Hi, it's Oliver from Oliver's ESL again. Today I wanted to tell you about three phrases that have the word take in them. One is to take out, one is take in, and the other one is take off. And there'll be a little bonus extra one, a fourth one at the end. So, take out can be a noun phrase. And for example, this is a take out container from a restaurant. And sometime I might say to my wife, well, we really don't need to cook tonight. I don't feel like cooking tonight. So let's get takeout. So that's the noun for the food that you take out from a restaurant. And if this were my favorite Chinese food, of course, I would be using my chopsticks. Now, in terms of verb phrases, I could say, I want to take a woman out for a date, like this is before I was married. And if I really like her and I want to ask her out, I could say, could you go for coffee with me? Or could you have dinner with me? Or take a walk in the park with me or something. And in that case, I would ask her out for whatever time that is that we would be together. So that's another form of taking out or take out. And another one is to relieve your anger. So if you're very, very angry at someone, you could take out your anger on that person and you might even hurt them because you're directing it right at them. Now, another way to take out your anger is to divert your anger to something else so that you won't hurt that person or even hurt yourself. So if I'm really angry at someone, I might go outside and get an axe and cut a piece of wood very aggressively, or I might go for a long run and really use my energy and take out my frustration, take out my anger during that time. Now, another way to think about taking out is to get a license for something. So, if I'm going to build a structure, let's say I'm a contractor and I'm going to build a structure, the local authority may require that I take out a license. So before I can start, I've got to go to their offices or online and take out the permit that I need for building that structure. Um, Another one, which is not a very pleasant one to talk about, but it is used, you might even see this in the worldwide news. To take out someone means to assassinate them or to kill them. So one government may really hate the leader of another government or someone very high up in that government and hire an assassin to kill them. That's called taking out someone. Okay? Now, to take in means to gather in information. If I'm listening to a speech, or if I'm listening to some friend's argument about something, or his philosophy about something, I could listen very carefully and I could take in those ideas to my thought structure, you might say. Another way to think about this, though, is I might be taken in by somebody's lies. That means I'm allowing myself, or maybe not unwittingly, allowing myself to accept these lies as the truth. And so I'm being taken in by their lies and their willingness to deceive me. Another one is to take in someone who's doing poorly. And this is often the case with churches, for example, that have a mission where they take in poor people off the street. That's called taking people in, feeding them, giving a place to live and to sleep. Now, take off is often referred to as the time when a plane leaves the ground and gets up into the air. That's called the takeoff of the plane. Now, that can be a verb phrase, taking off kind of thing, but it can also be a noun phrase. So if I'm in an airport and I want to find out what my departure time is or what my plane's departure time is, I can go to the station agent for that airline, and I can say, when is takeoff for my plane? So in that case, it's a noun phrase. More likely in an airport, you'd probably say, when is my departure? Or why is my departure being delayed? But it can also be referred to as takeoff time. Now, the last one, which is the little extra, you might say, is take away. Now, take away and take out are very similar in meanings, and each one of them, both of them, mean to remove something. So, but in this case, take away can also mean that I've got the main message, the main idea from a speech or a press conference that I've just heard, and the main idea that I can take away from that experience might be just one thing out of a whole 10-minute speech or something like that. So I can say the main takeaway from this speech or this press conference was whatever it happened to be. So I hope you've enjoyed my video today, and I'd really encourage you to visit my website, oliversesl.ca. Have a look at it, and if you'd like, register for your first free lesson. Thank you.